good afternoon, or good evening, whichever the case may be that you would be watching us. Welcome to Change, sponsored by the Senior Barn in Schaumburg, where nutritious meals, friendly peers, and social activities are available every day of the week under the able direction and guidance of Marina Lovich. The cost and location are available to all. I am Fran Rogas. Our program today is about communication, adventures, activities, and lots of fun. I would like the panel to introduce themselves.
I am Mary May.
I'm Ted Kowalik.
I'm Kathy Ray.
These people have had the most interesting adventures. It's amazing. It's about leisure and adventures. You know, the history of it is leisure time is sometimes most desired. However, what we do in leisure times sometimes raises questions. What to do? No one really wants to waste time, but sometimes downtime really is necessary. What is leisure? It is a time at one's command, convenience to do what one would like to do, freedom from necessary activities. Leisure time dates back many millennium. Ancient Egyptians used art to record their many activities. Even the art for some was a recreational activity. The Romans had their baths, colosseums, and a multitude of sports. During the Dark and Middle Ages, leisure time opened up again. During the Reformation, most activities were directed towards God. However, although horse racing, gambling, and playing cards were condemned in certain sects, they still invaded society. Into the later centuries, now the 21st century, leisure and adventure has become increasingly important to our culture and the culture of the world. It has changed dramatically. You have spent many years in adulthood at the present. What leisure activities do you engage in the present? Kathy.
I tried to find different adventures to go. I just went skydiving. It was on my bucket list. And I have a few other things on there that I like to do, and I keep myself very busy.
I'm sure. Ted.
Well, I do a lot of photography, and about 15 years ago I got involved with World War II planes out of Oshkosh, the Warbirds group. And it's kind of fun. I don't fly or anything else, but a lot of
you do in your own way.
Well, I do, because a lot of the pilots are so anxious to get pictures of their planes. They take me up in their planes, and I get to fly around in just about every kind of World War II plane there is and just take pictures, and it's fun.
Wow. Mary, what do you do?
Well, I like to keep busy. I like to go to music fests and that kind of thing, and I love to swim. So my greatest adventures would be any kind of snorkeling or diving. Lately I've been doing that with sharks.
Ouch.
Which is quite fun, actually, for me.
Really?
Yes, quite an adventure.
Whoa. What leisure activities are you doing at the present?
Right now I'm involved in a couple of ladies' clubs that I belong to, and Golden Circle, which used to be at St. Alexis.
Yes, I remember well.
Yes, I was the president for 6 years. And we always went on trips and, different things. And I belong to the Elgin Women's Club, and I belong to the Streamwood Women's Club. Mm-hmm. So, and I love to estate sale.
Oh, they are fun.
Oh, I love to estate sale.
They're an
Garage
adventure
sales,
in
no.
themselves.
Estate sales, yes.
Yes. Ted.
Well, I do some of the photography, but not much between squadron events. But I do get involved tremendously with my kids and grandkids. They're always chasing me around and going to all the concerts, and my grandsons want me to go to all the ball games, and
You're
so
liked.
we do
You're
a lot
really
of that.
liked.
And then I get, I'm a member of the St. Marceline Senior Club, so I get involved
that's
there
nice.
too, and
Yeah.
it keeps you busy.
That's beautiful. Mary?
Well, leisure time's a little hard to come by because working a couple jobs. So when I do have time, I volunteer also. That's what brought me to the barn. But we love baseball. We go to baseball games, and like I said, we go to concerts and any kind of events outdoors when it's summertime. And then in the winter, if I'm home, I'm also an artist on the side, so I love to paint and work with pastels and stuff. That's kind of my side.
Oh, that's really nice. In what ways do these activities and adventures help you grow, do you think?
Well, for me, it's you meet different people, and you get to know people that you would never know if you didn't go to these activities, and different cultures you learn about, and it's a lot of fun. We have a good time.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, one of the things I didn't mention is I have a motorhome, and so I do a lot of traveling around, and I get to see places and back roads that
That would
you'd
be
never
so
go on,
interesting,
you know.
yes.
Yeah, so it keeps me interested, involved.
I think the highways are wonderful,
Yeah.
but they've also taken so much away from us. I too love the back roads and the people. People are so interesting.
Yeah. That's kind of almost like a bucket list thing for me, is to travel more and to get some kind of a motorhome and just go, just be able to see more, I think would be great. And the people, meeting the people. is-
Have you been involved with other family members in these activities? I know Ted has.
Yes, we go once a year to Vegas,
Ooh,
and
you leave the kids behind though.
yes, they stay home and the adults go. Because I have two brothers that live out there, so we go out there and stay, and we're gone for a week. And not that we're big gamblers, but to go to the shows and different things, and that's where I went bungee jumping.
Oh my God.
And
No.
You know what? We have traveled from the sky to the sea and somewhere in between. Such interesting travels. You know what? We'll be back shortly. Thank you. Well, we're back. Good to see you. We're hoping that you'll show up at the barn somewhere along the line, but in the meantime, I'd like you to meet three wonderful people that have had ventures that I have not. I have had horses, enjoyed that, but the body doesn't like it anymore. I have done interesting things. I've been an artist, commercial artist, graphic artist, and now I do this. This is my pastime. But I would like to ask further questions of our panel. With the tenor of the world at present, shaped and changed, does it change your attitude towards what you do in leisure times? Is there any skeptical attitude, or is it mostly positive?
well, you have to be positive about the future, because it's for our kids, and you just have to go with the flow, I guess they say. But yeah, the world is changing a lot.
Yeah, it's a kind of a positive situation, but you have to be aware of your surroundings. Especially with me traveling in the motorhome, it's I have to watch where I go and who's around me, because 90% of the time I'm alone. So it makes you a little more hesitant in some areas. You know, so.
Mary?
Yeah, I agree. Travel is something I've always wanted to do. You know, that we've seen so little of this world,
Yes.
but now, you know, you got to be a little apprehensive about certain places and should you go there or, you know. So, yeah, it does second guess sometimes, you know, your decisions, where to travel and, you know, just the way things are.
What would you like to include in your bucket list for the future?
Well, talking to her, I'm thinking about going shark diving.
Yeah.
Boy,
I would
I'll
like
set
that.
you up.
Yeah.
See,
And I'd like to go
you
to
know
Africa
somebody?
on a safari.
oh my.
That's what I would like to do.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, so
Ted,
One of the things I want to do is go to Belize, Central America, and had an uncle who was a Jesuit missionary, and he spent 45 years there,
him.
formed a mission and everything, and built a university, and they've got
Really?
a library named after him and that. And I'd just like to go see that.
oh yeah, that would be wonderful heritage.
Yeah.
Mary?
Definitely travel more. I've been looking at even those river cruises, which I think look amazing.
I understand they are so interesting.
Yes, and you have people with you that take you to the places that you would most want to see. You know, you're not on your own trying to figure it out. So that's definitely something I would like to look into.
Well, in the States, I think it's a new gift to us because they do it in Europe quite
Yes.
a bit. And I recently learned that there are wonderful trips here. I would enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What change would you like to see in today's philosophy about the attitude of leisure and adventure and travel?
well, I think people's families should be closer because families seem to be, mother goes one way, father goes the other way because of sports and stuff. And you just have to take time and have a night that you sit down and talk things over, how the day was or whatever during dinner, and just be more family orientated because it seems like we're getting away from that more and more.
It's true, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd like to see the world in general become more friendly, more not as skeptical, not as much trying to involve
Compete.
everybody
Yeah.
in competition
Yeah.
and in items that you just don't want to get involved with, and just be able to go where you want to go and not have to fill out 50 different forms and worry about people with guns or whatever. You know, so.
Unfortunately, our society has gotten a little bit testy. Mary?
Well, I think, you know, people think leisure and adventure and think about vacations and, you know, plan this vacation. I think people have to think more spur of the moment and just do it. You know, if something comes up and one of your kids says, hey, can we do this? Just do it. Just spend that time. And it's the small little moments that you spend together you're going to remember. And it doesn't have to be planned. It can just be, you know, last minute. Just do it.
I have a younger daughter. All my children are not young. But the youngest one has a philosophy of making memories with her daughter. That it's not important what you have financially, but what you do. And the time spent with that person creating a memory can be so beautiful and lasting for that child.
Yeah.
Into adulthood, I think it forms the person. And I know it has formed me with my family. Not everybody has it easy. In fact, I don't think anybody does. However, it's the different adventures that we go through that make us the people we are. I have had this adventure on Change. I have met the most interesting people. People I would have never met in any other way. And I am so thankful for that. I hope that you too find time to meet people and enjoy them as much as I do. There's going to be changes in the future. We all experience it. Let's hope that they're for the better. And that, I hope so. I know Marina is our gem. She will never claim it, but she has brought so many good people together at the barn. And I wish that other people would take the chance on us. When you're busy, you're too busy. And your time is used up so much. Why don't you take time to slow down just a little bit and join us at the barn? You might have fun. More than likely, you will have fun. And you will meet such interesting people, and they'll become your friends. I thank you so much, and we'll be back in a moment. I asked my friends, the panel, and I do feel like they are friends, to tell us a little bit more about their adventures. Just to say what it is one thing, but to let us feel what it's like is another. Mary, would you mind telling us what it feels like to swim and snorkel and then be with sharks?
Sure. The first time we've done it, was in Florida. One of the guys that's on the that Shark Week show.
Oh.
And we went in a cage, and they put a bait box down to attract them. So the sharks are kind of over there, and we were in the cage. So it really wasn't that scary, but they did get curious and come close and started going around the cage. So they know what kind of sharks they are. Some sharks are more aggressive than others, and everybody thinks about the movie Jaws, and when they think sharks, they're gonna attack me, which that's not really the case. So it was, it gets your heart going because they are sharks, and
Did they feed them, excuse me, in advance?
They fed them while we were there.
Oh, okay.
So they have the bait out there, and they are feeding them.
Yeah.
So the next adventure I'm going to go on is the great white sharks.
Oh, dear
I'm
God.
going to Mexico in a few weeks, and that will be in a cage, and that's the great white sharks. So that will be an excellent adventure.
Please do come back.
Yes.
All
Come
together.
back, and I'll try to have all my parts with me, too.
I dearly hope so. Ted, would you mind
Well,
telling us?
the last year I had an adventure that kind of topped all the plane rides. I had a pilot come up to me and ask me if I wanted to go up in his plane. And I said, sure, I'm always open to go up on a plane. Well, the surprise was it was a T-33 Korean War jet. Okay.
Oh, my.
And he and three other pilots, the four of them, were going to do part of the acrobatic show for the Oshkosh Air Show. So they were going to go up and practice. Now, the normal show is about 20 minutes, but their practice section is about 90 minutes. And I went up with them for the practice session. And it was just marvelous. I mean, they did loop-de-loops and upside down and around and 600 miles an hour. And it was just, took my breath away. It was really, really good. So then to compensate for that, one of the things I do with my motorhome is I go down to Panama City Beach and stay at St. Andrews Park in the Pines and just stay on the beach and
relax.
And stay there for a week or 10 days and just take it easy. And
You
just
enjoy life.
in the sun.
The fullest.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yeah.
Kathy.
Okay. When we first got married, we said we were going to do a bucket list. Some of the things my husband got to do, but he didn't get to skydive. But I was going to do it, so I went, and they weigh you because you have to weigh a certain thing.
Oh,
So
that's something new.
yeah, so they said, well, get on the scale. So I got on the scale, and he said, I don't think you weigh that much. He said, get off the scales. Like he said, could you take off your phone? Could you take your keys out of your pocket?
That's the way you're supposed to weigh yourself.
Well,
in.
I
Yeah.
barely made it, but I did. And then they strap this harness on you, you know, that goes across your shoulders and everything like that, and they put your arms through it, and they got this big thing in front of you, and he shows how he straps himself to you, and he's giving you instructions as he talks. You know, don't pull this or don't do that. He said, if you go up, when we go up, he says, I'll let you pull the cord so that you can open up the chute. Okay, fine. So then we go out there, and there was 6 other people on it with us.
Uh-huh.
So we get on the plane, and everybody backs up to everybody.
Oh.
So, like, I'm sitting here, but he's attached to me back here, and then back there, there's more people. I thought, okay, am I going to do this or am I going to not do this? And he's talking to me as we're going. We said, when you go out, you put your legs down, he says, so that, you know, you don't, the air goes up. I said, okay, fine. I'm listening to him, and I'm thinking to myself, should I really do this? He kept saying, scoot up a little bit, scoot up a little bit. So I, okay, never paying attention how close I was getting to the door.
Oh my gosh.
By the time I realized what happened, we were sitting at the edge of the thing. And he said, let's go, and out we went.
That,
The first thing you do is you hit that air, and it's like, we had goggles on, and you hit the air, and it like takes your breath away.
oh, I would think so.
Yeah. Now, we had a camera guy that jumped out first. So there were 3 of us. Everybody had 3 people. And then he just, you know, guides around, and the guy's taking pictures and everything. And you
That's
have this
something you
little
should
chute.
do.
Yeah. You have this little chute, and he takes you in between the clouds and, you know, all that. As you're
that-
coming down, you can see the earth getting closer and closer. And I'm thinking, is he going to say, open this chute or not? But you could see the ground, and then he said, okay, pull this cord. So I pulled a cord, and we came down real easy like. And actually, when we came down, he sat down on the ground. I never touched the ground.
Really?
Yeah. When I got up, it was like almost like I was drunk because of the air pressure. I never realized that because the air is so different up there, and I felt, whoa, am I going to get sick? But then after walking around a little bit, I was fine. Would I do it again? Maybe. But it was
It's
thrilling.
amazing. Isn't it amazing what they've done? I'm sure that there's things that you love to do, and you have a bucket list. If not, start one. We're never too old to enjoy life. The problem with some people is they think they go with the number of their age, and oh my God, I'm that old? Well, yeah, you're lucky enough to be there. Enjoy it. I'm 83, and I fill my life full of adventures. Some would be boring to some people. Some would say, is she crazy? A little. But I enjoy people. I enjoy doing. And I'm not going to let the grass grow under my feet. Obviously, these 3 don't either. Do you plan on doing new things? I hope you do. I know I choose to do a lot more. Learn something new every day. Don't let your mind decrease in value. If you have a bit of time, you know, free time, we'd like to meet you, any one of us, at the barn. The phone number there is 847-524-7496. We would really like to meet you. And in the meantime, please be kind to someone and each other. Thank you, and we'll see you again soon. Good day.